Hi, welcome back to Dr. Karen's Math Hacks. Today we're going to talk about how units will tell you what to do in a problem. First, I want to give you an update on my book. When it first came out, I gave it to one of my coworkers. Well, it turns out he had two autistic boys at home, and they stole his book and fought over who got to read it. So he got a second book. And when I gave him the second book, I also gave him a third book. I said, I want to know if this helps autistic kids. So in addition to your other kid, give this one to an autistic kid who does not live with you. See if it works there too. Well, it turns out it does. All three autistic boys are enthusiastic about this book. So if you know anybody who has an autistic kid who has been having difficulty with math, you might want to suggest the book. Also, if you know of any organizations, either a homeschooling organization or an organization for autistic kids, let me know, and I'll send them an email and ask if they're willing to review my book. Now, let's get to those units. All right, frequently when we're converting units or doing a problem that has units in it, people don't know whether they're supposed to multiply or divide the conversion factor. So let's look at that for just a second. Let's do something that everybody does. We drive, okay? So if we are going 150 miles and we're driving 50 miles an hour, do we multiply those or divide them? The units will tell us, okay? We don't just do math with numbers. We do it with the units as well. So if we were to multiply these two, we would get units of miles times miles is miles squared over hours. Now, that doesn't make any sense at all. What is miles squared over hours? So that tells us that we don't multiply. What we do instead is we have to divide. The 50 goes with the miles, and the hours goes on top. This lets us cancel the miles. So all we have left is hours. Okay? 150 divided by 50 is 3 hours. It takes 3 hours to go 150 miles at 50 miles per hour. All right. So this is kind of like putting together a jigsaw puzzle where you've got the things on the top are nubs and the things on the bottom are the holes. Right? So this nub goes in this hole and leaves this nub behind. Right? Let's look at some more examples. Let's say we want to convert 72 inches into feet. All right? We know that it's 12 inches per foot. So do we multiply this 72 by 12 or divide it? Okay? Well, we've got inches on the top. To get rid of it, we have to have inches on the bottom. So we have to put the 12 inches on the bottom and the foot here. Okay? The inches will cancel and we'll have feet left over. So 72 divided by 12 is 6 feet. All right? Let's do one more. Let's convert 2 days into minutes. I don't remember how many minutes are in a day, but I do remember how many hours are in a day. Okay? We have 24 hours per day. Okay, I wrote it like this so that we can cancel the days. If I was to multiply this out, I'd have 48 hours in 2 days, right? But we don't want hours, we want minutes. So let's multiply times 60 minutes per hour. You can cancel out the hours. So essentially, this nub went into this hole, and this nub went into this hole. And we just have minutes left. Okay, so now we're just multiplying these. 2 times 24 is 48. And then we're going to multiply by 60. I'm going to just multiply by 6 and stick a 0 here, because that's the same thing. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 4 is 24, 28. So we have 2,880 minutes. Notice we knew how to multiply because that's what the units demanded of us in order to get the units we wanted. If you found this video useful, please consider liking, sharing, or subscribing. In addition, if you want this information in a way that you can have for your very own, check out my book on Amazon. See the link below.